we have a new race for us tonight, a double header. I'm getting some feedback. We've got Edgeworth and Whitemageisaguy up on top, and below we have Splitpunched and Drumboardist.
We have our fantastic White Mage forced for everybody tonight. This is a battle of all 1-1s right now. Trying to vie to get into the Crystal Fight Club at 2-1.
Now, at the very beginning of the match, we have a couple of divergence in parties. Up top, we've got Whitemageisaguy running a black belt, which may end up helping him out, but is not a very popular option with this flag set.
It's really hard to get the black belt going with the low experience boosts that we're running at this seed. So black belt meta has kind of died out for the time being, which I like.
A white mage is forced. You'll see that all four runners have the white mage in the first slot. Everyone else is running white mage, red mage, fighter, and black mage.
Such divergence in difference in the party choices here. I love to see this. Kappa.
I can't figure out if there's something clever in Edgeworth's name. And it looks like we're off. I see what we've got in corner area. We've got people rearranging party members already.
The
Exit in White Magic Shop, Warp and Temper, and Quad X and Lit 2. What a great set of level 1 spells for these runners.
Everybody's dream. Everybody definitely should put Warp and Exit just so you can see if they can beat that boss. The hidden boss in this game. Dang, the inn's 45 gold.
That is an expensive end.
Edge was like, I'm going to stay here for tonight. No.
Man, if you wipe before you save, that's a huge time loss. Edge finds a stack of imps. That opening run looks to be pretty solid. My guess is you'll see some runners manipulating that this entire seed.
I like it. This is some funky imps on split side. Yeah, that's some hero run there, White Man. Without an encounter.
Edgeworth going back into the magic shop, probably going to pick up that exit. Does he put exit in slot 1? No, he drops a harm. Tries to avoid the exit boss.
I find it amusing that this is like a secret game, like the Vorpal versus Excalibur versus Defense Sword versus battle that we have here.
Whitemageisaguy is rushing into Garland, seeing if he can put... the fighter goes down 27 damage. See if the second charge of Lit 2 can put him down.
Oh, I thought that Dazzle went on the mage. That would have been terrible.
Garland is down.
Everybody loves to see a dead Garland.
And we have a canoe and a rod from the King and Princess Sarah today. Did Whitemageisaguy, did he check the chests in Temple of Fiends?
No. I think he checked the bottom left, but he definitely didn't check the first one. As we get the canoe and the rod.
Oh, and a stack of cash. Edge is happy to see that. Meanwhile, on the bottom right, looks like Garland has gone down for Drumboardist. Going to pick up his canoe.
Sarah, very happy that you saved him from super strong Garland.
A big stack of money makes the trip to Ice to Elfland quite a lot easier.
Yeah, they even got a great app for their doubles. Three-way traffic block with the bats there. We're going to see the runners go through, do some shopping, check the armor shops, the weapon shops.
So what set of magic do you take with? What set of black magic do you take? Do you leave Quad X behind?
Yeah, probably. That's without a doubt the worst choice. I mean, you could argue it too, but you kind of want an AoE clear spell at level 1 if possible.
Right? It feels bad to leave Quad X behind, but just it being your source of damage for the early game, it's too valuable.
Quad X isn't, especially in this flag set with the boost not turned up too high on enemy stats. Quad X could actually get a lot of mileage for you out of the first part of the game, but like in the counter with the 6 wolves, it's going to be rough if you just have Quad X instead of the Lit 2.
It's a great spell, but your first AoE clear at level 1 just feels better. We got Edgeworth taking down some. Oh, and we find a TNT in the Dwarf Cave and a Bane Sword.
That's really interesting. I was going to say, I wonder if he's going to go turn it in, but that is...
Edgeworth's Red Mage has Quad X, I just saw.
Yeah, so it looks like he opted to... Maybe he didn't take Warp on both of the characters, which I would have taken the Warp on the Red Mage. The Red Mage is going to have more HP most of the time. And we're going to see that all-important credit boss down here, Drumboardist first to get there. And Splitpunched right behind.
Edgeworth also is turning in this TNT. Unrunnable Ogres.
Going to look to see if they have under 301 HP. Well, actually, they have to have under. It's not even an option. So we'll see. You'll see as the runners go. Small, but he just reset.
And up on the top, Edgeworth starts to take on the credit boss, and we have entered Elfland.
Nice, learnable Red Mage Light and Red Wizard Wall. I didn't see what was in Black Magic.
Black Magic was pretty much hot garbage, but this White Magic set's pretty good.
Yeah, that's
got
really
lamp.
Nice. Learnable Cure. Wow, Red Mage. Red Mage is gonna get all the mileage.
Fire 2 is the only notable spell in the Black Magic level 4 Black Magic shop. This Black Magic is having a hard time. This Black Mage is having a hard time. We find a silver bracelet inside the armor shop at Elfland.
Nice 16 absorb for your White Mage and Black Mage. You can get the silver armor for
the item shop just has a heal potion and a pure potion inside.
Not fantastically priced houses, but not terrible. Those 24. Oh, that's rubbed down. The 24 gold cabins are really, really nice.
Whitemageisaguy is having trouble making it outside of Corneria. It is almost 8 minutes in, and he's just now getting to the Earth Cave.
Yeah, White Mage is extremely new. By far the newest runner out of these four. Edge Split and Drumboard, kind of the the OGs of the randomizer community. Edgeworth, definitely. It's like the old OG.
That is a interesting Grimp sprite. I haven't seen that before.
Yeah, he's. I was commenting the regular imps looked weird. I was like, fancy. All right, we'll see if Whitemage is gonna also go turn his TNT in.
Splitpunched taking the lower route while Drumboardist going the upper way. Edgeworth is just now getting to the river to Crescent Lake. We'll see if. Oh, and a floater is affordable after those giant stacks of cash. That's going to open the seed right up.
Ooh, just like we wanted to see. 9-10 minute floater.
Gold bracelets are cheap as well.
This is really fortunate. This is 6,000 gold. I'd almost buy 2 right then and there. Just get it now.
All right, so we have a floater. Where do we go first? Edgeworth, meanwhile, has also made it up to Crescent Lake. There's a loot from the Circle of Sages. Invis 2 is level 6. White Magic Shop. Black Magic Shop is another shop of hot guard. Splitpunched immediately heads up to Provoke. I was going to look at the pirates, see what they have. I'd be tempted to check Sarda first to see if they have the tail, so I can only make. Oh, and there's Nuke and Fast. Levels 1 and 2 are your black magic jackpot.
This is gonna be a really fast. Unless everything's horrible.
And Life 2 Night. This is gonna be a show.
Jeez, I'd almost reset it, but all red mages. Let's just make this white mage 3 red mage.
So this is one of those seeds where you have unlimited access. You're what, level 6? You have nothing. You have amazing armor because gold bracelets and the crown. Splitpunched picks up the crown after taking down the pirates. You have the world is open. You're broke again. How these runners efficiently pick up levels is going to be the major separation between the runners, in my opinion.
Yeah, you could definitely see a significant lead picked up here, depending on where the runners go and whatnot. It looks like Split's going to do his Crown Quest chest and open up some of these 3 chests around here. You have the rod, and you have the crown, and you have the bottle, so you're kind of limited in your options. You could do Earth Cave, you could pull Clear Volcano, and you could do Sea Shrine. You could do the Waterfall in conjunction with the Sea Shrine, but you have to kind of coherently think of, like, where can I go to pick up? You don't just want to get experience, but you want efficient encounters at this point in the game, because the faster you get to like 10, 12, 13 is when you can really just kind of pick and choose where you go.
Whitemageisaguy seems to be lagging a little bit. Can't seem to make the trek all the way over to Crescent Lake where he'll find the floater. Edge picks up the crown. Splitpunched is turning the crown quest. Drumboardist went to Melmond. I didn't see what was on the white and black magic shops, but the pro rings were in the armor shop for, I want to say, around 8,000.
Nice. Always feels good when you can get the best armor for your mages for under 15k.
The elves were quite poor. Their armory had nothing. Splitpunched has finished the crown quest and is beginning to open up all the crown chests.
Let's check on Northwest goodies. Get it in the mummy truck. I own it.
And while the elves were poor, the dark elves was relatively wealthy, and just with around 10,000 gold spread amongst 3 chests. Montoya guards an opal shield, which isn't incredibly important, but may be helpful at some point in time. Power bonk inside the dwarves. Looks like all of the runners have the same idea at the moment. Splitpunched has a slight lead, but Drumboardist has picked up the start island. It is not far behind.
Vroom, vroom. Oh, we got the epic Falconic Blade by Edgeworth. Got to feel good about that. White Mage picks up his loot from the surface sages.
Splitpunched making the play on these 3 chests inside of Temple of Fiends, these 3 keylock chests. A lot of runners are skipping this set. Gets a reward with a light axe for his trouble.
Light axe is a nice pickup. Getting a harm to rider is always nice.
Meanwhile, Whitemageisaguy has finally made it to Crescent Lake. It started buying. It can only afford 1 gold bracelet. I wonder what he spent all of his money on. Maybe houses?
I don't know. He's going to have to grind to get. He's going to go see the floaters in here and be like, oh, crap.
Oh, that's bad. Now we get to see what's inside Corneria, as we have almost a high five happening as Splitpunched and Edgeworth move alongside. Find a mage stick and an adamant. I would probably turn in that adamant immediately with this set.
Oh, yes, without a doubt. I mean, you're right. You're right here too, so might as well go ahead and do that. White Mage killing some Oche. Already level 7, so White Mage Guy has done a good job of kind of picking the good encounters that are viable now. Getting some early levels is, I would guess, Edge is probably only level 4 or 5. So this is really risky business going on here from Edgeworth.
Taking down the ice cave at level 6. He does have nuke, does not have a ribbon.
Did Edge go and
Edgeworth,
check
those
the
Cardian chests are free.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Did he not?
I wonder if he's like looking for the tail and plans to nope out after just getting the incentive.
That's possible. If he's picked up that the early that there's a couple hero runs in the encounter table, he could definitely try to make this play.
An ice shield in Cardia Island.
the ice shield.
Meanwhile, Whitemageisaguy is grinding for monies after not being able to afford the floater. This feels bad.
Yeah, I'm crying a little bit on the. Although he does have his floater now, I'm gonna save at the end and make his mysterious red mages paddle that boat.
Edgeworth picks up a slab. Does the double warp play? Let's see if he takes on the eye.
Oh, this would be huge. If the eye is killable,
he has a lot of magic.
oh yeah, that's nice.
Meanwhile, Splitpunched eating some steak and wings down on the lower right side as he makes his way over to Castle of Ordeals. Edgeworth fighting eyes with Nuke, gaining some levels. Drumboardist decides to turn in the bottle at this point in time.
Yep, and we have split at Castle Ordeals. So we see everybody's going everywhere. This is really we are all over the place. But now
Whitemageisaguy has more levels than everyone with Edge after having to grind it outside of Crescent Lake. So he does have some kind of an advantage.
Yeah, well, I mean, Edge is going to pick that advantage back up real quick with the side grind.
Look at that Zombol sprite.
It looks like a
big
warlock.
axe and a big axe and like a mouse head.
And Edge has pieced out. Got his slab. Gonna go buy some stuff.
Edge just got a lot of value out of that ice play.
Gonna go ahead and do the volcano. I didn't see how high he went. I know it was like 14 or 15. I'm sorry, not that high, like 12. But we'll see here. We'll get some encounters. Hopefully gain a level. Roger Wizogre.
Well, my guess is one of the other runners might check the basement of the ice cave, so we'll see if he gave something up. He finds the Opal Bong. Splitpunched is making his way through Ordeals. Should have warp, so this shouldn't be too difficult. Find some man-cats. Whitemageisaguy is over in Provoca, and Drumboardist has also made the play on Ice Cave. Let's see what Drumboardist does with this Ice Cave.
I can't imagine that anybody's gonna do something different. You've got to know that this is gonna be fast, having the 10-minute floater. So.
I like picking up the six chest room if I'm in greed mode. Meanwhile, in Ordeals, we find an ice sword, not incredibly valuable, with the adamant being located. Edgeworth picks up a katana, but does not have a thief.
Feels real bad now.
So we are missing a tail and a cube, and that's it.
Yep. One's got to be in Ordeals, and one has. Yep, there's our tail. So
we have a vanilla tail. Does he take a zombie dragon? Yes, he does. The viable item was the floater in Crescent Lake.
These sprites on split screen are funny.
Yeah, they are. That looks like a not a Dragon War, a Final Fantasy IV Basilisk.
Yeah, everybody loves these Soria.
Edgeworth making his way into the basement of the volcano. You may check all of these chests. Usually, if I'm here early, I want to collect all of the chests in this basement floor. Drumboardist is down in the basement of the ice cave, so we're going to get a chance to see what Edgeworth missed. See if his gamble pays off.
Yeah, especially you're still looking for a ribbon. Still looking for some of that higher night.
Nothing thus far in the 6th chest. He's taken down these frost wolves, or these frost wolves are muting him. Finds a ribbon. Oh, that's frost wolves guarding the ribbon. That is a nice find.
Yep, that's one Edge is not gonna find. Consequently, they're not racing each other. That's not gonna make too much of a difference. Got this guy who checks that chest.
I didn't see all of the chests and ordeals. Did Split Punch pick up anything interesting?
I don't believe so. We've seen nothing of incredible value yet, but it's hard enough to follow two people, so yeah, I've seen a lot here to follow for.
Edgeworth just leveling up to 13. He's got to be checking these incentive places left. You do not want to level up to 15 before class changing.
Yeah, that's a feel bad moment. I mean, even if you do the class change at 14, you get your first charge at 15, you're most likely only getting up to like 3 charges because you're not really going much past 21.
Meanwhile, Split Punch has entered the volcano, is raiding the armory, finds his opal bracelet, which is always a great find. Edgeworth finding the meme sword in the volcano.
Which one? Because according to this community, we have...
We've got a Vorpal located on Edge's screen. Looks like he might be happy if his red mage gets stand at the moment. Drumboardist has made his way over to Ordeals. Is going to be digging that tail out of there. It should be class changing soon.
Edge also doesn't check the red dragon chest, which isn't a terrible decision.
That's got 2 spy squares and 3 encounters on it. Where are you going, Edge? In the corner?
Nobody puts baby in a... Alright, we're gonna get our first... Oh.
Whitemageisaguy is going to pick up his Oxale at the moment. Alright, let's see what Carrie has today.
Let's hope she's packing some heat.
2 nukes, 2 nuke casters. It's probably going to work out just fine. And 2 nukes and Carrie goes down.
Alright, so we have Split lighting up an orb, Edge lighting up an orb. Nope, I'm sorry, that wasn't Split, that was Edge. White Mage is going to go find his tail in Ordeals. And Edge also going to Ordeals. So I think it's... Go ahead.
I'm kind of surprised Edge didn't turn in the slab before making it up to the north side. But if he's going to find the tail here, class change, then he might route all of the bottom area together. Yeah, so the cube, we know by process of elimination, the cube is vanilla in the waterfall. And yes, we have both the temper at level 1, castable on 2 characters, as well as a power bonk. These runners are not lacking for damage for the end of the game.
Now these two, all 4 of these runners, packing some serious fighter power, fire power even. So we should, I could guess this is Whitemageisaguy being very nice, talking to the old man. Even though it's not required in the NES version, and in the remakes you have to talk to that guy to initiate Castle Ordeals, but not in the original version of the game.
So, what are you left looking for if you're a runner? Like, what do you want? Obviously, other than Drumboardist, you want a ribbon. Is there anything else that you're really searching for?
Just some armor for my fighter. We've already found gold bracelets and know they're cheap. And unless you don't check the armory, you get the opal gauntlet or the opal bracelet for one of your mages. So you're really just looking for maybe some better than iron armor for your fighter, and you're pretty much in go mode. You've got the Vorpal, you've got the Excalibur. I mean, if you happen upon Massmian, you're happy, but you've got Fate and you've got tons of nukes and fast and temper, so you're not really concerned with finding the power bonk.
Splitpunched is grinding up on these Agama tiles a little bit. He's hitting level 13. We'll see how high he goes before he stops. He might go all the way to 15 just to get that first spell. That feels good going into both Sea Shrine and the Sky. Castle Edgeworth picking up his defense in Castle Ordeals. Defense is really nice.
Yep, cast the Roost spell, which increases your evade by 80 as a combat item. Also a pretty damn good sword.
Drumboardist looks to be the first player that's going to complete all of the incentive checks as he's going to dig his cube out of the waterfall. But both Split and Edgeworth have cleared out an orb beforehand.
This is some really funky looking Agamas.
All right, in the lower right, Nightmares have Stone Touch. Two characters get stoned immediately, and he gets away.
Uh-oh, Edgeworth. Edge? Oh, Edge? Serving us up some steak and wings?
Edge is eating steak and wings. What's going on? Is this unrunnable?
I don't think so.
Edge has gone to the dark side.
Jeez. Oh boy.
Quake and Zap at level 7, Black Magic Shop, and Gaia Fade at level 7 in the White Magic Shop.
We chat calling for lynching on Edgeworth, killing the Tyro.
All right, we might have an out of bounds bat sighting here in just a moment. No out of bounds bat. We'll have 3 more chances to get an out of bounds bat before the end of this run.
Forget out of bounds bat. I want to see me some beautiful, beautiful Warmech. No, the Tyro encounter is not unrunnable, so Edgeworth very willingly killed that Tyro.
Aegis Shield has been located in the waterfall alongside one of the pro capes with a robot who carries a cube.
Well, I guess we could throw my theory out about the power bonk because he's Drumboardist found it somewhere. I didn't see where though.
Power bonk is in Dwarf Cave. All of our runners should have the power bonk.
Everybody's very happy right now.
So wall is level 3. Is that in a night slot?
Which slot is it? Knights can only learn first and third.
If Knight can learn wall, that might play into whether you think you need a ribbon and what to do with it. Pro rings are cheaper than I said before at 4,400.
And Drumboardist is the only one with a ribbon so far, so everybody else is kind of on the hunt for that. Whitemageisaguy is checking out the volcano here. We'll see if Splitpunched will check that chest that is being guarded by the Frostwolf encounter.
Edgeworth turning it in his slab. And Whitemageisaguy has entered into the volcano and looks to be starting a raid on the armory alongside Drumboardist.
So in what order do you think Drumboardist is going to do the Fiends, seeing the way that he did the rotation? As the Grey Worms have poison, damage poison, and that's not nice.
Well, volcanoes first, because you're already here. I don't think it's very significant if you do as to the order of the rest of the rest of the dungeons at present. I like to do Sky first and get experience, and if I'm equipped out of Sky, I will clear out. I'll just go mode the rest of the dungeons, but there's merits to other things. I like to do Sea Shrine last, because if I'm still looking for something, then I can check mermaids right at the very end. Yes, White Mage does have the tail. Leaving to go to Ice Cave. Only raids the armory, then heads over to Ice Cave. I'm kind of surprised that these runners aren't promoting.
Yeah, it's really curious that Edge, who was by Ordeal, Ordeals is really close to Bahamut. You have Exit. So I'm really curious that we only have 2 class changes so far.
Edgeworth is going to be getting close to that level 15 mark soon as well. Opal Gauntlet and Heel Hat guarded by the Frost Dragons. If Split Punch takes these 2 Frost Dragons, my guess is he'll take the Frost Wolf fight, but we'll see. We'll see.
Ooh. never good to see the Frost Dragon fight unrunnable. Fairly common encounter.
Edgeworth also apparently has not yet turned in the adamant, which I'm fine with that play. Like, there's a chance you find a mass mutant and you never have to turn it in, and that feels great. Having a fighter that can swing and hit things, not particularly relevant when you have a nuke. Picks up a heal hat. His other finds in the Earth Cave aren't particularly relevant. Does the warp trick to save a few steps. Did Split pick up the ribbon?
I don't think he did. I did not see him take that the Frostwolf encounter. And he did. Everybody made a liar out of us. God, even the cockatrices look weird. So we can see the top runners.
White Mage just wiped to Geese inside the Ice Mage.
Oh, that's bad luck. Really, really unfortunate for Whitemageisaguy. We got Dazzle Arachnids. Woo, baby. They are stunning.
No, Geese had Blaze, and the question in chat, did White wipe? Yes, Geese had Blaze and blazed his party down.
I'm shocked nobody else saw that, because Geese are pretty common in the ice cave.
Split Punch is already level 17. Drumboardist raiding the basement of the volcano.
Yeah, Edge has lit his second orb.
And it looks like Edge is finally making it over to the Cardia Isles, going to turn in that tail, grade the treasure. Grey Worms with damage poison.
The funnest of not fun.
But life too solves all problems. Alright, we've got Ice 3 in the Black Magic shop in Melman.
That's all she wrote.
And Heal 3 in the White Magic shop. That's some solid level 5 spells.
I love Heal 3. That's a lifesaver. And a potion saver.
And a time saver. You can walk over all the lava tiles and just hit a Heal 3 and not have to use, like, spend half a minute using potions. It's great. Drumboard is taking some Agama fights as well. And Split Punch turns in the slab. Drumboardist is...
Go ahead.
Drumboardist is using the heal hat while grinding. That's that takes a lot of time for that heal hat to resolve over and over.
Yeah, it's an English is hard. Interesting strategy. It is very time consuming to use that heal helmet every round of combat, but maybe he feels like he doesn't want to take a risk in his grind.
Whitemageisaguy has re-entered the volcano. Looks like he's going down to carry. Edgeworth is going up to the waterfall, going to dig out his cube. That bull sprite. Comment in chat, Edge's skip of Excalibur is interesting. Yeah, I think if I was in the area, like when I'm turning in the slab, I'd probably want to turn it in. I don't know if I'd go out of my way to turn it in until going into Topher with this composition. But you're right, it's interesting. It's also a divergence from the two runners on the bottom. Drumboardist looks to find the flame shield from the red dragon chest. I don't think anyone else checked that chest.
No, it's certainly not edged or split punched, but it's a nice little find to have. Not as good as the ice shield, but can't complain.
Split punch making his way down to the vampire. He's taking this earth spiked tile. It's not that far out of the way, but it is an encounter. He gets rewarded with some gold for his troubles. Edgeworth finding his Aegis shield. Carry goes down on Drumboardist screen, lights his first orb. Split Punched is still checking chests. One ribbon. Pretty good kit. I'd be tempted to go at this point in time.
Yeah, you got life 2 charges. I mean, I'm not sure what else you're looking for, but
a nice armor would be nice. A nice armor is always nice. Edgeworth has entered into the Sea Shrine. Split Punched is in the bottom of Earth Cave. Drumboardist is not far behind, entering into Earth Cave now. Has done a little bit more progression, I believe.
Edge hitting level 17 now. We get the ever infamous unrunnable Liz Sahag, Red Sahag fight. Everybody's favorite.
Whitemageisaguy picks up his meme sword in the lower volcano. Edgeworth nuking Sahags. I could see Edge being go. I'm not sure though. I'd want a ribbon.
Yeah, I'm curious if Edge is just abandoning all chests, gonna check any other than, the free ones that are on the way that most everybody checks, but
with one ribbon, it's really scary. They do have access to the wall spell though, but if the wall spell doesn't protect you from a physical hit, and if Kraken is packing massive power and AoE shenanigans, then
And there's a Massa in the Sea Shrine in the Sharknado realm.
yeah, I'm gonna need him to drop that Vorpal sword.
And this is the reason why you don't spend time to turn in the adamant. All three of our runners that have been to the Earth Cave have checked the 6 chest room on Earth 4.
Gonna get our first look at Kraken 1.
So you're going to have to go tool around and buy spells for your fighter. I don't remember where steel armor was, but at this point you might be thinking about putting steel armor onto your knight and just go moding Mirage and Sky.
Yeah, it's steel armor doesn't afford you the elemental properties of the top tier armor, but it's definitely got a really good absorb rating at least.
White Mage goes down, and the nukes come out. Does a solid amount of damage to this Kraken, and Kraken goes down. Holy moly, Death Touch Kraken? I didn't see that. So, it was a normal Kraken then.
That's almost scarier than Death Touch Kraken 2.
Edgeworth is going back into Sea Shrine. Looks like he's hitting up mermaids. Ladies?
Alright, we've got a happy Joker and the Rainbow Boogle out in the community somewhere. Their girls are going to get checked out.
Let's see if this pays off for him. Splitpunched, I believe, is way ahead on experience at this point.
Yeah, Drumboardist just hit 15. But
Whitemageisaguy is cleaning up Kraken, just finds his first orb. Both Splitpunched and Drumboardist are really rather close to each other in progression in time. Splitpunched has a slight lead on levels, but Drumboardist is entering into the Sea Shrine. And I think they've checked pretty much everything as soon as Splitpunched finishes up this waterfall.
yeah, that's the extent of Drum's lead right now is just the waterfall. He's finished it while Split is currently doing it. We're just a few steps away from seeing those beautiful mermaids.
Edgeworth
we
digs
got
a
the
bridge. Alright, so he visits the mermaids. Does he get a phone number while he's here?
I think you got to talk to one of them, at least.
First decides to raid the back room.
I mean, Daryl left, so if Daryl left, maybe you can convince one of these girls to come with you. That'd be my guess. I'd make the play. Talk to one.
I mean, what's the worst she'll say? Bubbles?
Let's say, some people might like that.
Finds a white shirt. That's a nice find. Not exactly what you're looking for, though.
Yes, there was a whole bridge underwater in a sunken shrine that magically gets built 4 continents away. And nothing too eventful there in the Mermaids. Just that white shirt. And Edge is going to head on over to do his chime, get his chime. I hope he does not pull a Wilgliosis.
We'll see if Edge checks Mirage and how much of Sky. I think Invis 2 was 5. I think it was 6. Maybe, well, it was either 5 or 6. Bainsword strat's coming out for Drumboardist against the Sahag fight, the Sunken Pirate fight. Split Punch just now entering into the Sea Shrine. I have to imagine all of these runners are going to pick up the Massmune in that Sharknado room. And Edgeworth enters Mirage and takes the first floor of chests. Finds a useful armor, flame armor. That's probably acceptable for the end of the game.
Most definitely. That's almost definitely the second to last piece that he's looking for. He skipped 3 of the chests. Oh no, he's going the other way.
He's taking advantage of this force run. Right at the beginning, it's really nice. After that, it doesn't exactly do good things. He's level 18. He only has 1 spell charge. My guess is he didn't get himself promoted in time.
Yeah, that's the thing is you learn your first spell charge at 15, but if you promote after level 15, you don't get your first charge until your odd levels. You usually get them at 15, 19, 21, and 23. But if you're level 15 and you class change, you got to wait until you're 17 before you get your first charge.
Whitemageisaguy finds himself his Power Bonk and his Zeus Bonk inside of the dwarves. Doing some menuing. Edgeworth hitting the chest on the second floor of Mirage, still looking for that ribbon. Drumboardist starting the Kraken 2 or the Kraken 1 fight. Let's see if Kraken Death touches something important today. And down goes the fighter after he fasts and walls it.
Who hit a wall? So I've just a little birdie's tweeting in my ear, and says that there's a rumor that there could potentially be an exhibition race tonight. Channels not confirmed yet, possibly here on Randomania or on Speed Gaming. So stay tuned, and hopefully the little birdie will tweet some more information to me as this race continues. Also, go ahead and give all of our runners a follow. Show them some love. They're out here battling one another. We've got some young, some old, some new, some veterans. It's a great variety of runners here. They're putting on a great show. Those are some funky waters. Holy crap.
Those are funky waters. Also, at 9:30 tonight, there's going to be a match between Sforzando and Fuchsia Fantasy. One of the 2-0 matchups. It's pretty hype. One of the more anticipated matchups of this round.
Edge did find. Where did Edge find the ribbon?
Edge found a ribbon on the 2nd floor of Mirage.
Ah, so the greater than, less than, holding value. The dreams. Did Edge check the left set of chests, or just the right one in that 1st floor of the Sky Castle?
Yeah, I think he checked both sides. He might be wanting a ribbon. He might just want to be spending a little bit more time inside of Mirage for experience-related purposes. Wants a 2nd charge of life, would be my guess.
Yeah, most definitely. He wants 20 of whatever, 17, 19.
Tyros are runnable. Edgeworth is on Team Stake. I'm pretty sure that's the results of the day.
And can we all get our blessed RNGs out in chat as Edgeworth is making his way closer and closer ever to the Bridge of Destiny. If you want to see your Warmex tonight, we're going to need a ton of blessed RNG. Split Punch dropping memes. I did not catch that one.
Yes, Czar. Edge ate a steak today.
2 of them.
Got that steak and wing combo platter.
Yeah, I saw the Ninja Gaiden type ninja on his screen, but I did not catch what the text said.
That's what Death Touch Kraken gets. At least you know that Death Touch will not be on a fiend in the Temple of Fiends Revisited.
It's always nice, especially when it's Kraken. Oh, good lord. Kraken Death Touch is so fun. Come on, Warmech.
Come on, Warmech. Edgeworth taking some slime fights for some easy experience. Pro tip, slimes, weak to fire, don't have very high magic resistance, give a lot of experience. You should burn them with fire when you see them.
I think it was in my week 2 race. I was a part of a 4-way feature, and between the 4 runners, we saw 5 or 6 Warmechs. 2 of the runners saw 2. No, it was 5 Warmechs, because 2 saw 2 and 1 saw the other, and I hero run the crap out of the Bridge of Destiny, and everybody was so mad. It was I was laughing really, really hard because Miat got 2 Warmechs within an encounter of each other. It was awesome. Yeah, I remember watching that. Ice Blue got 3 Warmechs. That's what the shuffled encounter table does. It makes the Bridge of Destiny really, really, really inconsistent.
That's not true. Warmechs are not shuffled. They are exempted from shuffling.
Really? That's interesting.
Meridian confirmed that here a couple days ago.
That's especially interesting since it's not even the most uncommon encounter in the game.
Edgeworth has lit his 4th orb, has taken Kraken down. Not Kraken, Tiamat, the other boss, Tiamat.
But the fact that the table gets the RNG table of the bridge gets shuffled anyway, so your chances of War Mech are greatly increased, regardless of if he actually gets shuffled himself. But
that is not true. Warmech is not shuffled, and as a result, he will only show up in slot 7. There's the same amount of slot sevens in vanilla as there is in this randomizer. Edgeworth picking up life too. Whitemageisaguy has 6 health on a knight on the 2nd floor of, and he's healing. What's he doing?
he's got life too, and life. No, was that life? Yep, there you go. Get him up. Get him up.
Edgeworth has entered the Temple of Fiends. It is 1 hour and 4 minutes in. We may have a sub 120 tonight.
Shoot, we might have a sub 110 if this is really nice.
Sub 110 is really hard. Tristal got 110, and that's crazy.
Well, you know, not all of us are gods like Tristal and Minochi.
Meanwhile, on the southern half of the run, this is shaping up to be quite a race. Drumboardist is a floor ahead of Splitpunched. And Splitpunched is, I want to say, a level ahead of Drumboardist.
I think Drumboardist has a history of extremely what do you call it? Close encounters. I know he lost one race by just a handful of seconds, and his other races extremely close as well.
Both of these runners skipping the first floor on the Sky Castle. Edgeworth making it past the Phantom.
Falconic, we actually we did find the legendary Falconic blade. It was in the Zardia Isles. Yeah, I believe we call what's happened to Drumboardist the Falconic Curse.
Edgeworth's killing a pack of slimes. I wonder if they're unrunnable. Or if he's just collecting experience as he goes down, which isn't a bad play. Wizard Vamps are also unrunnable down on Drumboardist sides, while Split Punch is frying some red Hydra meat.
Everybody loves that good old fire hydrant meat. And I just got tweeted in my ear again. Oh man, this bird is loud. There's a confirmed exhibition race that will be happening on the Speed Gaming Network later tonight. I'm still waiting to see if I can get confirmation on time and what is we're exhibiting. I'm gonna guess probably entrance and floor shuffle. So stay tuned. I'm fighting with this bird to get information for you guys.
Edgeworth making his way around the earth floor is going to take a shot at Lich 2. Meanwhile, Drumboardist makes it past the Bridge of Destiny without seeing a war mech.
is really sad. Encounter 7 is really slacking today.
With that hero run at the beginning, I wouldn't be surprised if all the runners are very similarly placed in the encounter table. Although Edgeworth did check a couple more checks. Lich goes down. Never respect Lich, folks. Just don't do it. Just don't do it.
Especially not at these 150% scaling.
Once again, split punch with the Bane memes.
All right, and split punched finishes Tiamat off first and is venturing forth to everybody's favorite place.
Drumboardist is right behind him. Split's going to pick up some Invis 2 for his White Mage.
That'd be a good assumption here.
Edgeworth is on carry.
Do you respect carry, folks? Do you not? Interesting, he chose to temper. Oh, whoops, I missed the fast cast. The fighter being very uncooperative, not waiting for either of his buffs.
Chop chop and an XXX right behind it. That should put carry down. Carry goes down. We have entered the water floor. Drumboardist has picked up life 2. We'll be entering into the Temple of Fiends soon. We'll see which of these two runners gets into Temple of Fiends first. And Drumboardist puts the exit boss onto his fighter in slot 1. What is split punched? I'm confused at this moment. Burning off some encounters, maybe? Here we're gonna see what Kraken 2 has. See if Kraken 2 is as scary as Kraken 1 was.
Rip Red Mage. Oh,
We got some fast and some tempers out. Not doing very much damage though. That's what, 158 damage?
Yeah, he missed the fast. He cast fast with the Red Mage, but the Red Mage got whacked first round, so he actually has no fast on his.
Thunder comes up. The Black Mage is down. Drumboardist is the first to Phantom by a handful of seconds. This is going to be a close race.
Yep, Whitemageisaguy is over here just going in to get his last progression item here in the waterfall. And Kraken down.
2 falls.
It's like a Mack truck per usual, but other than that, not much to be scared about. You did Black
Lord is
Knight.
taking this fight. Split Punch is a touch ahead.
Drumboardist, do they not have ice? The Chimeras and Chimeras are affected by ice. That's their weakness.
I think Ice is level 5, I think. Split Punch has entered into the earth floor. Meanwhile, Edgeworth is taking on Tiamat, who is doing all but 12 damage off of the Black Mage. Crack comes out and puts the Black Mage down. Meanwhile, Edge is getting 5 hits for 224 damage.
Crack kills, ladies and gentlemen.
Fire 2 coming out from TMS. Split Punch has opened up quite a lead over Drumboardist here. Just a single Chimera fight, and then we've got Lich 2 already on Split Punch's screen. Tiamat has Nuke, 286 damage, but Tiamat goes down.
Ooh, that was close. It's the moment you live for. You got to have that life to fighter. The dream is real.
A Life 2 fighter is a strong creature. Split Punch has finished up. Lich is heading towards carry. A pack of air shows up on the edge of screen. And it looks like we're going to have a chaos fight here in just a moment.
The little birdie update has told me it will be a entrance and floor shuffle race with 3 forced party members, again on the Speed Gaming network of channels, and I am just waiting on a time to rally to you all, but we can all look forward to that later this evening.
I want to run a floor shuffle. I haven't run a floor shuffle yet, but we have a chaos. Temper comes out. 4 hits for 153 damage, and the fast goes off, and the wall. What a kind opening round.
I've done the entrance and floor shuffle one time. It's it's interesting.
Both of Edge's mages are down. Slow 2 is resisted. 511 damage. Terminated. That's GG Edgeworth.
Blistering SRL time of 1:15:59. GG's to him.
Split Punch about ready to take on Kraken 2. Drumboardist about ready to take on Carry 2. Everybody get your GGs out in chat.
$115. That's child's play, Fredge.
Kraken 2 takes down the Black Mage.
He is whittled down to just a hat.
Then Ink comes out. Split Punch with the wizard stick. Bane Sword coming out. Be careful with these memes, Split Punched. This Kraken does not hit super hard, though. Should be fine.
We are joined by Edgeworth. GG, sir. Congratulations on your victory, moving you to 2-1.
Thank you.
What a time. What a time. 115. What's your first thoughts about that seed?
So with only 1 ribbon, it was pretty scary going through Temple of Fiends. That nuke wasn't very nice either, but makes me certainly glad that I left the White Mage alive. I was debating danning the White Mage early when the magic selection didn't turn out so well, but everybody got to 20 by the end of the game, which is kind of what I shoot for, so...
So, you made a play rather early that ended up being important. You went to Ice Cave early and killed the eye a bunch of times. You want to talk about what you were thinking there?
So whenever I get into an area where like I can immediately leave after doing a little bit of grinding and the grinding can go quick, I'll do it. And I've talked with Mono about this, and we both basically agree. If we have like nuke charges to dump, yeah, just empty out all your spell charges and then leave. And you get a bunch of levels, and it didn't take you very long to set it up because you were already there.
Now that play ended up being interesting because in the bottom of the ice cave in the 6 chest room behind the frost walls was your first ribbon.
Oh, okay. You know, if I would have full cleared Ice Cave, I wouldn't have checked that one anyway, so that doesn't make me feel so bad.
You also made the decision not to turn in Adamant. Both of the runners that are currently on Tiamat picked up their Excalibur. And speaking of which, Splitpunched is the first to get through Tiamat.
This is an absolute dogfight on the bottom here.
Yes, we have a very close race. Splitpunched is going to be all of a minute ahead on Chaos, and there comes out the nuke.
Oh no, Drumboardist.
But 1,000 damage. He's gonna be able to revive his party and get going again.
Yeah, life on the night makes such a big difference.
Really does. It's like maybe one of the most important things you're looking for is White Mage just got Kraken 1 down and is heading into the air castle.
So we have a question in chat for Edge. Any consideration to re-roll the second Red Mage?
I was thinking about it. The problem is I kind of got too deep into the seed and then was like, you know, maybe I should have tried it. So I did think about it. That's something that I need to think about sort of like before the game so I can make that decision, you know, very quickly, because if you think about it and lose a minute or two there, it's not really worth it.
Meanwhile, Splitpunched has been the second to kill Chaos this race.
With an official SRL time of 1 hour, 21 minutes, and 32 seconds. Also, I believe that's the third fastest time now in the tournament. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe 121 is now the third fastest time.
Drumboardist.
Go ahead.
Drumboardist has also finished 1 hour, 22 minutes, and 27 seconds. So I believe we'll be seeing that here on the screen in just a moment.
Again, Drumboardist. Drumboardist. I think this is his third race within a minute, all 3 times. He's been within a minute. Splitpunch, welcome to GG. Congratulations on your win, moving you to 2-1.
I feel okay about it so far, but I feel bad that I'm behind Edgeworth there because I know that I'm going to need, if I get to the playoff stage, that's the kind of people I'm going to need to beat. And I feel bad for poor Drum who keeps getting almost. That's like what, the third time within a minute you said? That sounds about right.
Yeah,
3 seconds and now under a minute. And honestly, that would have probably been about 3 seconds if I'd remembered to re-equip the red mage for that Chimera fight with the Mazmoon, because that way it wouldn't have taken 4 rounds.
Oh.
Like, why did I not re-equip you? And then the next fight, why did I not re-equip? Oh, I'll need it for the fiends, fine, but this is stupid.
The struggle is absolutely real. Yeah, we watched you take that fight, and in the duration, you guys were about at the same point when you started that fight, and he made it to Lich before you finished that first double Chimera, double Chimera fight, which was really the only difference. That was the backbreaker in that race.
I'm now I'm second guessing like everything. Like, should I have gone to ice before ordeals? Should I know I went to Melbourne twice, once to look at spells, and then I had to go back again to translate the slab. That could have been a minute. But I just finished Volcano. Well, no, that was prior to So my routing was just off because that wasn't even before I went to Earth. So. Yeah, no, you know what? I'm going to blame the routing on this one because there's no guarantees I would have even had the Mazmoon at this point. That's whatever. I feel like I blew it. I feel like this could have been much closer, and then just Topher RNG could have just been the deciding factor, and I played Topher badly anyway. So never mind. Congrats, Split. I hung with you. That's amazing.
I'm going to be like, I thought I was doing really well, too. I was like, I know Drum's good, but I know I'm good. I feel like I've got good routing when I finished. Like, okay, cool, I won. He's a minute behind me. If I had done something different at all, I could have easily lost that. And I felt like,
I mean, really, we're splitting hairs because Edgeworth beat us both by 7 minutes.
Well,
bloody hell, mate.
To be fair, Split, you now have the 3rd fastest time in the tournament with your 121, and Drumboardist, you have the 4th fastest time in the tournament, and you don't get a win with it, but you've got to feel good putting up that kind of time.
That's a PB for my Swiss splits.
Edge and Split, question for you guys. How do you feel now that the 2-in-1 bracket has kind of turned into the Titans tunnel, because you've got some monsters in there now, and still a couple 2-0 matches with high tier opponents that could be joining you. So how do you guys feel about that?
There's kind of two. I don't feel too worried about it technically, just because one, I think that's kind of underselling the 1-in-1 bracket we were in, because again, Drum was a minute behind me, and two, the 1-in-1 bracket, I was like, oh boy, I could get Tristal or Edgeworth or a bunch of other really good people. So it's just the same thing again.
Guess what? You can still get Tristal or Edgeworth.
Well, it's the same thing as last week then. I just hope for the best.
Drum, are you feeling the added pressure now, dropping to 1 and 2? You have to win your next 2 matches to qualify for the play-in race. Are you going to do any extra training this week or studying of your opponent? Do you have any plans?
I'd like to, but I have other obligations that have been soaking up my time. I've been trying to play at least 1 game a day, but sometimes I don't have an hour and a half. So, I mean, I'll try, but I have things I have to work on for not like I'm not playing it, but things I need to further educate myself on prior to SGDQ. So that's what I've been focusing on, because I don't want to sit there and talk like an absolute dunce for things, which I hope is understandable.
Oh no, completely.
I mean, I could talk about this game for years, but yeah, no, the other games, no, I should probably focus on that. If I'm trying to shave minutes off of this, that's great. I'm trying to complete the other game in under an hour, so let's work on that when the world record's 17 minutes.
So chat is a bit curious. Edgeworth, I see you have changed your dietary plan.
So I got some intelligence that there was a a Russian spy dressed up like a tyro, so I had to deal with that. The threat is averted. We're good.
That's twice. There's two because you killed two of them. We all saw it.
Did I kill two of them? Now I'm confused.
you most def. We thought it was unrunnable. We were like, "What is this?"
No, if it was unrunnable, if this was unrunnable, I'd just forfeit.
That's awesome. He's like, "Dot forfeit." 8 minutes into the race, he's like, "I'm on ordeals." Nope, I'm done. Chat, do you guys have any questions for our racers? As Whitemageisaguy is taking on Tiamat 1 now.
I don't know. Quick questions for the other runners. Did y'all find the white shirt? Did y'all find the third ribbon? Or really, how many ribbons did y'all find? That's about it. I had 2 ribbons and no white shirt. I presume
Same.
y'all had Mass Moon Excalibur defense. Let's roll.
The Edge had the white shirt. The white shirt was in Sky Castle somewhere.
I think it was in Mermaids.
Yes, that's right.
How did you have time to go to Mermaids and still finish 7 minutes?
He beat
ahead of
us by 7 minutes, and he visited the pretty ladies in the temple. What is going on?
I skipped Ice Cave.
Oh, well, that would do it.
It had the tail, didn't it? No, wait, no. Tail was
I mean, I skipped the basement area and all of that, so I missed the ribbon in there. So it was just kind of trading one area for another. Really.
Yeah, in fact, to be fair, I actually I doubled back because I had warp and I thought about it and just I could go ahead and leave. Also the exit because we all had exit. I hope, right? But I decided to actually pay a visit to the eye and get like up to level 10 just because I was paranoid about going. We've all had those runs. I'm going to go visit Waterfall and everything has poison and just dead. No, like 10 is my hard factor. Can we not go to Ordeals or the Waterfall lower to that? Unless you have like level 1 or 2 nuke. We had level 2 nuke. Okay, this is where my routing went wrong. I understand the error of my ways. Split, you played a great race. I'm very sorry. I could not have done better to honor you, sir. I now fall on my sword.
I feel like part of the reason I probably won, though, honestly, was RNG because I went for the Tiamat Bane Sword and landed on turn 1.
What?
It's a 1 in 8 chance, dude. Of course I'm gonna go for it.
I mean, honestly, I completely forgot I had it on the white mage, so I'm like, all right, wall up, whoever doesn't have the other ribbon, whatever, and I've got these invisible charges, and then just nuke, fast, swing, and then nuke, swing. He's done. Wait, no, it might have been 3. Whatever. Yeah, no, that's still. Maybe another minute.
To be fair, I'm split. Do you think I'm ever not going to use the Bane Sword when even given a mildly decent opportunity?
I was using the Bane Sword left, right, and Sundays. The only time it ever freaking worked for me was on the Red Sahag, Wiz Sahag fight once. It's like, well, there, I shot my wad. I got 3 for 3 of the remaining living ones. I guess I'm just not going to use it ever again. And I see Whitemageisaguy just picked up the ruby. Come on, points, go turn it in. Turn it, do it.
Listen, he's trying to PB right now, so
could he PB while turning in the ruby?
It'd be close. Actually, I don't think it'd be close. I think this.
We saw how Topher treated some of us in RNG. I mean, maybe Whitemage will get the best RNG of all.
Drumboardist has no time to commentate. He's going to SGDQ because he's a legend. But
also, to be fair, Ruby, depending on his inventory, I haven't looked at it because I haven't had stream up because I'm trying to calm down. It could be the fastest way to get his inventory right for heal potions if he has too many tents or cabins or whatever.
Oh, you have no idea how happy I was to get tents in the bottom of Mirage because it lined up everything perfectly.
Tents are the reason I no longer check the validation chests in Topher.
Yeah, that's so scary. I've actually lost a race because of that.
Drumboardist, question from chat. When are you going to start commentating?
I was actually responding to it via a very, very long wall of text, but I guess I can go ahead and just type it out here. I have tried on many occasions. Usually, if the schedule will allow, I will go ahead and try. But more often than not, I'm really, really paranoid about attempting it at all because my microphone, and I'm still trying to figure out why it is that it wants to work this way. My microphone, if I am only trying to commentate on Discord, will very, very, very frequently cut out. Sometimes when I'm trying to commentate on Discord for some odd reason and also stream, my microphone will still cut out. If I'm streaming and then hop into Discord, it seems to be fine. So apparently the only way I'm ever going to be able to yap while watching anybody play anything is if I'm also restreaming my own watching of the thing happening. So it sucks. I'm usually paranoid about it might work, but I'm going to nope out. And then also I get up at 3 a.m. to go to my job at 5 a.m. Excuse me. So most of the time y'all are running races at 8 and I'm asleep. I'm sorry. So between the paranoia and the I'm already unconscious, yeah, there's not much commentating that I wind up doing. There's other games that I have attempted to commentate, like Earthbound and, well, usually just Earthbound. Me and someone else, exact same situation. I keep cutting out, and the other commentator's like, I don't know what happened to my partner. What happened? I don't know. It's just I see the red light, and it shows that I'm on, and I'm clearly not. Falconic, there's no cocaine involved. It is coffee. I might be brewing it a little too strong.
So what I just did from that is we need to start a GoFundMe page to get him a new microphone. No. My microphone is quite nice. This isn't, well, it is a USB, but it's better than a lot of the Blue Yetis a lot of people are using. It's also a camera. Look at the Q2 zoom, people. Studio quality microphone, but also is a camera. Also I use it for webcam purposes. And I now realize that was an incredibly dirty way of wording that. So I use that for recording myself playing piano. Don't read into it. I mean, if I really wanted to, I'd just go grab a couple of 57s of my Tascam, okay? If we want to run that route. But I don't even know how I'd go about setting that up, try and then also go into Discord. Ow, my brain. My brain, too.
My brain is in so much pain, it's hurting other people's brains.
And White Mage enters Topher at 1 hour and 35 minutes, 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Getting, for future reference, Drumboardist, the Chimeras and Chimeras are weak to ice. I didn't know if you had it, but...
I'm sorry, I missed the back half of that. Reference to what now?
This Chimera fight, they're all weak to the ice element.
Yeah, I know. And I'm sitting here going, I've got lightning, I've got fire. I don't remember where Ice 3 is. Just go with it. And then I kept remembering, oh, right. The Red Wizard has fists right now. So yeah, Split, when this fight came up, it was the because I still had Mazmoon on the night. So it's swing, and then everybody does some really piddly AoE. Can I actually mention that I was proud of myself for remembering that sentries are good experience? I fought one. I was like, oh yeah, I should fight this guy. Because I always run.
I always run because every time I'm like, they're good experience. And then I hit them, I'm like, oh wait, you have 1 billion HP. I know they could theoretically roll lower. They never do.
That's
kind of like Argyles never are nice. They're always rolled terrible.
Also true. Yeah, the knight hit one for like 2 hits, 65. Oh, this is pleasant. I'm glad I picked this fight. Crit for 199. Oh yes, that's the Mass Moon we have all paid for right there. Oh, it killed. Never mind. That is the Mass Moon we have paid for. And by paid, I mean stole from Kraken's freebie chests from the Sharknado room. Did White Mage actually fight the Phantom there?
Yeah, he got
Isn't that unrunnable?
Yeah, it was runnable. I ran. I think. Didn't I? I don't know. I get hit in the head a lot.
You have to go back and watch the VOD to find out.
Entirely true. Oh, I turned in the TNT, by the way. I hedged my bets and said, you know what? I'm right here. Let's just go ahead and hand it off to Narek.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I was like,
Nice.
if I find the ship, I'm just gonna be mad.
Yeah, exactly. If I find the ship, I'm one step ahead. All right. Did not find a ship.
I needed that TNT to move things in my inventory, so I think I kept it.
Oh, I just downed the last 3 houses I had, so my my heal potions were at the up slot. Okay, yeah, Demarine saying it was unrunnable but low HP. Yeah, all right.
I actually believe everybody turned in the TNT.
Yeah, the ship turned
Respect
out to
that.
be in C.
How much of that place did you loot, man?
Just the Sharknado room, and then mermaids, and then the 2 chests that you can get on the way there.
Yeah, I did those 2 chests in Sharknado, and that's it. You also visited Pretty Ladies.
The bridge was also in the mermaids.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I could have had a bridge. That's my dream, man. I want a bridge with my name on it. Dumb. Oh, no, no. You missed the R, dude.
He pulled a will cube? What?
What did Will do?
Well, Will is fabled for trying to get to the Sky Castle without the cube.
I'm glad none of you have ever seen the many, many, many practice runs I have done where I inexplicably did 2/3 of the key quest and then finished the orbs and then went to Topher and just stopped the splits and closed out of the game.
That's awesome.
All right, Phantom's down. Close. We're done. Bye.
You just really want to smoke that herb in front of the door.
I think one of them I actually just didn't turn to talk to the prince. That was it. Oh, I talked to the aide. Oh, this will wake him up. And then I hit exit. Like, there was physical pain involved.
The crown quest is getting seen through to completion more often these days because people are so like usually you get the crown early and people are interested in those chests.
Freebies. There
It
was
used to
something.
be.
What was it? Adamant was in one of the Conaria chests this time. So yeah, yeah. Because then I immediately turned right around and went to Dwarf Cave. Yeah, most of the time prior to this, you're like, I don't really need the crown chest up until the end of the game, so it's something you would do at the end of the game as the reminder. Oh, I need to do this to finish. But nowadays, since there's so many other random objects that might be wherever, a lot of us tend to gravitate to, I have the crown, let's go do it now and get some freebie items and hope for the best. I mean, am I wrong? You guys want to correct me?
No, you're
No.
right. Also, it used to be that we were full clearing everything, looking for key items, and largely we don't have to do that anymore.
It's true. It's Waterfall, Ordeals, Sarda. What's the one I'm missing?
Ice Cave.
Ice Cave is the other one. Yeah, because normally by then you've already done Bic and everybody else is just kind of there.
Listen, those old men doing yoga in the park appreciate our visit every race.
I've played enough FF3 to go, look, I dealt with 4 old men. 12 is way past my limit, okay? And those guys only had shoes, all right? You give me a thing and buy. For those of you who haven't played FF3, there's a quadruplet group of old men that think they're the light warriors, and their big thing is they have shoes that let you float. That's it.
They are lighter than a normal warrior.
True. And they are one of the 4 guys that let you actually, survive and get to the final boss in the game. So props to the one old man that helps you out. The other 3 are just riding that guy's coattails. And then their descendants became Sarda. And still, only one is useful. And the rest are riding that guy's coattails. Wait, hold up. Fade was level 7?
Yep.
I did not get that. Oh, I wouldn't have even leveled to the point of using it, so whatever.
Available at Gaia for like 20K. Some nukes going
Oh,
out.
yeah, you know what? I think I poked my head into the Black Wizard shop and was like, wait, what am I doing? Even if I could get it, I'm never going to use whatever it is, so... Just like you never look at those level 8 spells in Gaia, because why? If you level to that point, there's something wrong with this seed. Or maybe you. By you, I mean me. I have done it.
I think you would need a case of like one of the Temple of Fiends Revisited fiends having like nuclear, and that's all they did.
Pretty much. Well, but at that point of time, you're going to level your knight to the point where, I mean, especially in this seed, okay, you also have defense and bonk. You're good here. Just level your knight to the point where he can hopefully survive that. And everybody else is dumping Cure 4 onto him as soon as you can. And then once all that's passed, he's got enough defense up. He can start bonking and then start pounding. That's it. So even then, who needs Fade? But yeah, in theory.
Split, are you still here? All of those sprites are
I
interesting.
am still here. I've just been
Is
quiet.
that a work in progress, or is that like at a stopping point at the moment?
The ROM hack I'm working on, or
Yeah, like
graphics?
we saw waters were interesting. The basilisk iguana pack was interesting.
It is still definitely being worked on because it bothers me that some of the things don't fit with the others. And I want to make them all kind of fit more of a later Final Fantasy style, but it's really hard trying to find something like, because I'm not actually a good sprite artist or anything. So it's like, what do I use for wolves that looks like a wolf? Because I can't just arbitrarily change it from wolf, because then people get really confused.
It's true,
So
and you can't use the FF2 wolves because they're double wide or well, double tall, really, and it's just really awkward. I'm trying to remember if there's wolves in FF3 that you could try to pillage, and what wolves even looked like in further FF games. So, because the only thing that's coming to mind is like the GBA versions. You know, technically 16-bit.
anyway, I actually do need to go for now, but that was a fun race, and I will see you guys around. All right.
Hi, Mango.
GG.
GG.
Whitemageisaguy has brought down Kraken. Is going to be starting up the nuclear Tiamat fight.
Wait, what? Oh, yeah, no, I did see one of those. He wiped out everybody except the knight. But I'd already pumped so much into the knight, he's like, nah, here's 1,200, you're done. And I'm really glad I remembered to buy life too.
Just an update on the exhibition race. The little birdie has finally confirmed the race will be held around 11:30 p.m. on the Speed Gaming family of networks. This evening, exhibition race entrance and floor shuffle with 3 forced party members. If you guys have not seen entrance and floor shuffle, you definitely want to check it out. It is extremely interesting, and oh god, it's really frustrating. And it's a lot of note taking. As poor Whitemage's characters had 7 HP between the.
Oh, I just noticed Whitemage brought the black belt. Interesting. So 100% meat shield.
Uh-oh. That fighter's not doing very much damage.
No, and this Tiamat had a decent amount of hit points here. I agree with Will. Sweep the leg.
Get that Tiamat leg.
Although, yeah, Tiamat doesn't really have... Well, no, Tiamat has legs, right? There's like the 2 back legs, and then it's just a cornucopia of faces that all breed stuff. It's 5 faces, I know. Also, Tiamat is not a Hydra. If you remove 1 head, that does not generate 2 more in its place. No. Tiamat is 5 Agamas that have been duct taped together. Thank you, Sporzand. There you go. Also, Kraken is a bunch of Agamas underneath a giant trench coat. Lich, no
The
Agamas.
Bane
there.
spats come out. Critically terminated. Brings him down. Brings her down.
It's true, that is a her. Apparently, Kraken is a her. This is news to me. I was not aware of that.
Yep. The only ambiguously gendered fiend is Lich.
Well, right. Well, undead. Very, very undead. There's not even skin left. I think even in like the first DMG, it showed like some skin left hanging off of that dude while he's dumping his soul into a phylactery and casting it off away. And please don't touch that thing ever. No, I don't know. I think it was at least designed somewhat masculinely, but yeah, no. Everybody else is clearly a girl. And I know I've mentioned it before, but for those of you who are, I don't know, new to hearing me talk like ever when it comes to Final Fantasy, here's another Agama fact for you. Carrie, original name in the Japanese is Merilith, but that was 8 characters, and apparently the 7-character limit was just kind of wonky for them to even try to work around. So they looked at other cultures and mystical creatures and said, let's go with Kali, multi-armed swing swords. We'll go with that. And then, because in Japanese R and L are interchangeable, it didn't become Kali, it became Kari. And that's where we got the name of that fiend. It is still the same creature, and that's why in further versions, it's known as Merilith, but that's wildly incorrect. So now you know. And knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Joe.
Oh, you're not holding it? No, okay. Nice catch, Blanco Nino.
I would just
Yes.
like to second and third and fourth the idea of Drumboardist being on commentary. You're kind of awesome, and drink lots of coffee before you do it.
I've tried before, and every time something viciously kicks me in the shins, man. I mean, yeah, the one time I tried with Edgeworth, the mic kept cutting out and cutting out. I'd physically unplug it, plug it back in, hop out of Discord, hop back into Discord. We're great. Okay, let's go. And then it would cut out. And then eventually my brother showed up having to move things. I'm like, you know what? As much trouble as this is, I'm sorry. I'm actually legitimately going to say, I'm going to go help my brother move things. All due respect. And I felt really bad. The finale of the Ness Best of Ness, what was it, earlier this year? Me out doing FF2. Within the first 30 minutes, my mic cut out 20 times, despite the fact we're all talking amongst ourselves on Discord for the previous 30 minutes waiting to go on. Once the run started, it just bullseye. I restarted my computer.
Ding, 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 ding,
pretty
ding,
much.
ding.
Everybody get your GGs out in chat.
Hey! I'm watching the
White
restream, but that's hey!
Finishing with an SRL time of 1 hour, 51 minutes, and 41 seconds.
That is a PB for Whitemageisaguy.
So I believe in his first race, his time was 3 hours and 35 minutes. And then in his second phase, so he's Rumble Shark. I was wondering who changed their name. In his second race, he cut his time by 1 hour and 35 minutes, and now he just shaved another 9. So you can see he is brand new to the community when he joined the tournament and has been improving drastically every single week.
Yeah, those are really big strides. That is a very, very quality increase in skill for this game. So everybody, once again, shout outs to Whitemageisaguy. I don't know if Whitemageisaguy is a guy, but I know that White Mage is a guy, as per the name. So we're going to go with that and say congratulations to you, sir. A winner is you.
We'll see if we can get him in for an interview. In the meantime, here in a half an hour on Randomania, there's going to be the next Final Fantasy Randomizer tournament match between Sforzando and Fuchsia Fantasy, which should be a good match.
Is it wrong that for the longest time I kept saying it was S4 and 0?
No, I think I might start doing that. S4 and 0 and Fuchsia Fantasy coming up here in
that's
half
what
hour.
I started out saying, but I'm pretty sure it is for. Yeah, dagnabbit, now I'm doing it. I'm pretty sure it's Forzando, isn't it?
No. Like I heard today that it's S4 and 0, and we're gonna go with that.
Now, according to chat, the 0 is because someone had the O, so it's Forzando. There's
a hidden T. Where's the T? T's Forzando.
You know what? I'm going to call you Zorro from now on. That's where we're going with this.
Ooh, that's
Zorro.
a good name.
It incorporates the 0. If you want to hit the hard T, go right ahead. You're Zorro. And you're pretty good with the sword. There you go.
Like to give a shout out to our tracker, Will Cleosis. Like to give another shout out to Shylazia for restreaming for us tonight. Whitemageisaguy should be joining us soon. And thank you, Papa Voice, for being in commentary with me this evening.
Always a pleasure, my friend. Glad to have you back in the booth. Finally. I know you were MIA for a little while, but it's good to have you back around. We're just waiting for White Mage to join us.
So I'll go ahead and hop out then, and then if White Mage doesn't show up, you guys can just go ahead and do the closeout. Oh, no, I see a Rumblefish. I see a Rumblefish.
I'll need someone to move him into this channel. Shy, you round. Hi, GG, Whitemageisaguy. Thoughts on the seed?
Speechless.
Hey there, can you hear me?
Hello.
Yes.
Hear you loud and clear. Can you hear us?
Wob 1024, there's another race in a half an hour. Esforzando versus Fuchsia Fantasies, the Fantasy of Finals.
So it's Fuchsia versus Zorro. Got it.
Fuchsia versus Zorro, heard.
All right, White Mage, are you there? Can you hear us?
We heard you for a moment, and then we don't hear you anymore.
I heard him sniff.
I heard typing.
Rumblefish.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay, I guess it just took a second for it to work out.
How you doing?
I made some stupid mistakes, among other things. And I guess I can take some solace in that being my best, a personal best for SRL time. 1 minute, 51 seconds. That's my best time that's recorded on Speedruns Live. So that's something. But
you ran into one hell of a competitor in Edgeworth, putting up a time of 1 hour and 15 minutes. That's going to be a tough time to beat for any runner. I think you should be plenty proud of yourself for putting up the time you did and getting a PB.
Well, all right, I appreciate that. Thanks. I'm pretty mad though because I made two big stupid mistakes in Mirage Tower. First time I went there, I forgot I didn't have the cube, and so I had to go back and get that from the waterfall. I probably didn't lose too much time there, and then I had I mistakenly cast exit when I wanted to cast warp, and that kind of lost some time as well for that. So, but I mean, it's kind of a since it's an SRL PB, I think I should probably just look at be happy with that. So I'll take that as my booby prize, I guess.
So, what were you thinking when you see a floater in Crescent Lake, the item shop?
Well, the first thing I thought was I just spent my money on some spells, and so now I have to go and grind a little bit. But that was my intention anyway. So, and it really wasn't that expensive. It was like 12K, so that was definitely doable, especially around Crescent Lake when you have the giants and other high gold monsters nearby. So I just was like, all right, this is going to be the game. This is going to be the item I have to get right now if I want to keep up with the other runners. So grind away and get the floater.
Hi, fellow loser on here. I actually have a question here. You spent how much money did you manage to fly through on the spells? Because I still had about 30K going into Crescent to be able to afford the floater. So I am actually kind of curious what spells were you grabbing so much of? Because there was nothing for Black Mage in 3.
What was it?
Black Mage was stun, slow 2, sleep 2, and who cares?
Right. It was something. It wasn't. It was like one spell I got, and I think the problem was I had like the floor was 12K, right? And I went in with like 14K, and I got something like a spell I think I might have used for like 3K. So I had to like make up. I had to make up a little bit to.
You did buy the gold
I just walked into the item shop. I probably would have got that right again. Then said I bought some other crap stuff, and so I had to make up that money by grinding.
Okay, actually, yeah, no, the gold bracers were really expensive, and yeah, no. That's fair. I looked at those and went, I'll come back to those when I feel like I'm comfortable enough to be able to do that because I've still got a lot of spells to look at. But yeah, no, I fully understand because I never bought them. And I had a couple of guys get just destroyed. So, no, I understand you're purchasing the gold bracers. Just like, I really want to say, hold on a little bit of that cash until you get to the next town because you don't know what you're going to find. That's really all I wanted to toss out there.
Right, because you might find the key item in the item shop, and and if it's a floater, it's definitely the game changer. So yeah,
it's true. Also, to be fair, it's still a reasonably safe bet to do that because you still have to, in theory, if the floater hadn't been there, you could have had to go all the way up to Provoca and deal with the pirates. And Lord knows the item could have been there, and it could have been super expensive there, and then you would have had to do the grinding there, and you're not going to grind around Provoca. So, I mean, it's a fair decision. It's just in this one instance, it was not right. I understand why you did it. I'm not going to tell you it was wrong. It's just that in this case, it didn't pan out. I get it, though. I'm on board with you.
If anything, you just need to walk into the item shop before you walk up to the rest of Crescent Lake.
Well, but the gold bracers were on Elfland, so, I mean, yeah, he'd spent the cash.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, I thought about that, too.
All right.
Well, it could have been 65K, and in that case, it would have been completely unattainable, I think, for at least a little while until somebody did some.
Very true. At that point, all bets are off. Everyone is going somewhere to grind super hard. So actually, let's throw that out there just as an idea. If it had been 65K, no one would have been able to afford it. Where would you have gone to get the money?
Okay, well, I would just have to forget about it. If it was 65K, it would have been completely unattainable. So I probably would have had to go to Bicky and take out the pirates, see what, and then, or I probably actually, if it was that immediate, I might have gone to the volcano and checked out the armory and just kind of prayed and hoped that there'd be some. Go there by canoe and just pray and hope there's like some major chest on the armory floor that would be able to pay for it. So,
honestly, both of those moves are what I would suggest. Yes. Yes.
We're going to need to wrap this up here. So we have another race getting ready to go here in 15 minutes, my friends.
That is right.
Do you guys have any final thoughts? You guys are both moving to the 1 and 2 bracket, Edge and Split moving to 2 and 1. Are you guys doing anything special? Final thoughts here real quick?
I'm just looking forward to the next race. So it keeps on going. And we'll see what happens in the next round.
None on my end, y'all.
Edgeworth, any final words?
No, GG. Definitely a fun seed. Tiamat is a jerk for having nuke. Other than that, pretty straightforward.
GG to Edgeworth for a hell of a time, clocking in at 1 hour and 15 minutes, and still has time to visit the ladies. You got to remember to get a phone number while you're there. Thanks to Papa Voice for commentating with me. I'm Edge Figueroa. Thank you to Wilkliosis for tracking, Shylasia for restreaming. This is Randomania signing out. We'll be back in 15 minutes. Get yourself a beer, take a bio break, and stop back in here in a second.
Thanks, y'all.